The present perfect or the past simple? In this video we'll be looking at the two tenses, present perfect and past simple, and the situations in which we would use one rather than the other. To begin with, let's look at a present simple sentence. I live in London. This sentence gives no further information other than the fact that in the present I live in London. Here is a present perfect sentence. The present perfect gives us information about when an activity started and how it connects to the present. I have lived in London for 10 years means that I live in London now and I started living in London 10 years ago. I have lived in London for 10 years. Another way of saying the same thing is I have lived in London since 2014 or 2014. You'll see that one sentence uses for, one sentence uses since. We use for to describe the duration of the time, and we use since to describe the beginning of the time. So this time that I have lived in London started in 2014 and it has lasted for 10 years because now it is 2024. Here are some more examples of time phrases which I might use with for. I have been here for 3 years. I have been here for 8 weeks. I have been here for 5 hours. I have been here for 10 minutes. All of these describe the duration of the time. Here are some more examples of time phrases which might describe the beginning of the time. I have been here since 1985. I have been here since January the 3rd. I have been here since Tuesday. I have been here since 8 o'clock. All of these describe the beginning of the time with the present perfect. Now, when do we use the past simple and when do we use the present perfect? Let's take two examples. Charles Dickens wrote many wonderful books. J.K. Rowling has written many wonderful books. Why are we using the past simple when we talk about Charles Dickens, but we use the present perfect when we talk about J.K. Rowling? This is because Charles Dickens is dead and he cannot write any more books. J.K. Rowling is still alive, so she can continue to write more books. So when we use the present perfect, we see a connection between the past and the present. So as J.K. Rowling is alive, we see her writing abilities, possibilities to write books, as being very much connected to the present. Whereas Charles Dickens, he is in the past. He is history because he is dead. So we use the past simple to talk about things that we do not see as so connected to the present. We often use the present perfect to talk about experiences in our lives when there is no date or time mentioned in the sentence. She has been to New York. He has read War and Peace. I have never seen Star Wars. Have you met my brother? All of these are referring to experiences in life at some time, but that time is not mentioned. Here are some more examples. Look at these sentences. Somebody asks, have you been to China? which means, have you been to China at some time in the past, in your life? And the answer is yes, I have. You see, the answer is only using the auxiliary verb. We don't have to say, yes, I have been to China. We can just finish with, yes, I have. So this question and answer is only referring to some time in the past in your life without specifying a time. Now, if the conversation continues, when did you go there? I went there in 2014. So you see, the second part of the conversation is specific about a time in the past. The person wants to know the time, the year when this happened. When did you go there? Past simple. I went there in 2014, in the past simple, specifying a time in the past. Here is a typical mistake. I have been to Ireland last summer. This is incorrect. We would not say this because last summer is in the past and we do not see last summer as connected to the present because it is last summer. This summer might be connected. We would probably say, I went to Ireland last summer, to show that we see last summer as being in the past and not connected to the present. You could, of course, say, I have been to Ireland. That would be okay because this does not have any reference to the past time. I have been to Ireland at some time in my life. Let's look at some time expressions which are commonly used with the present perfect. There are many time expressions which are used. This week I have been on holiday. This week is still connected to the present. Today I have eaten a lot of biscuits. He has lost weight recently. So expressions like this week, today and recently we often see as being connected to the present. So even though the activity could begin in the past, it is still in some way connected to the present. However, if we look at some other expressions which are commonly used with the past simple, last week I was on holiday. You see, this week I have been, but last week I was. Yesterday I ate a lot of biscuits. He lost weight last year. So these expressions, last week, yesterday, last year, we all consider to be in the past. So we tend to use the past simple with phrases like that. In some cases, both might be possible. It just depends how you consider the activity to be connected to the present. If it's towards the end of the day and you're probably not going to drink any more coffee, you would probably say, I drank 2 coffees today. If you consider the idea of drinking coffee to still be a possibility, maybe you'll have some more coffee, you might say, I have drunk 2 coffees today. But both of them are possible. It depends on the likelihood of you drinking more coffee. Okay, I hope that explains some of the confusion between the present perfect and the past simple. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you have any further comments or ideas for future videos, leave them in the comments below. And I look forward to speaking to you soon.